throughout the programme. Crossing to Libya now, where rebels and forces loyal to Colonel Gaddafi are fighting for control in the country's west. There have been reports of airstrikes by his military as talks are underway in France on the imposition of a no-fly zone over Libya. RT's Paula Sleer is in the capital, Tripoli, and she joins us live now. Paula, what information is coming in from the battle zones?
Well, fierce fighting is continuing in the east of the country, particularly in the oil town of Brega, which is some 220 kilometers south of the rebel stronghold of Benghazi. We're receiving conflicting reports, the rebels saying that they're in control of the town, but Libyan state television reporting exactly the opposite. What is possible is that these government troops have retreated from the town, they're regrouping and they will restrike, which has been their strategy elsewhere. It is becoming increasingly more clear that Gaddafi's men are making advances with the ultimate destination of Benghazi in mind. There are also growing concerns among those rebel groups of Gaddafi sleeper cells. These are men who are armed, they are keeping a low profile, and the fear is that when they feel there is a sizable presence of Gaddafi soldiers in a town, they will come to the front and they will take to the streets and fight. At the same time, the Russian President Dmitry Medvedev has signed a decree banning the entry to and transit through Russia of high-ranking Gaddafi officials and family members.
Paula, the uprising has been going on for a month now, and Gaddafi still holding strong. If we look to Egypt as an example, Mubarak there resigned after 2.5 weeks of protest. So what is the response from the international community?
Well, the international community at the moment is meeting in Paris. The US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is holding discussions with the leadership of the opposition here in Libya. She is there, and there's also a G8 summit meeting which is underway. They're expected to reach some decision of an international response to what is happening here in Libya. The question over a no-fly zone, whether or not they'll give the green light to this. But certainly the feeling is growing that France has acted prematurely by recognizing the Libyan opposition as the legitimate voice of this country, particularly when you see that Gaddafi's forces are making advances on the ground. Many analysts say that France acted prematurely and short-sighted. It raises questions in terms of if Gaddafi had to remain in power, how would France behave? And in fact, how would the international community behave? This is an international community that has denounced him. How, in fact, will they talk to him if he had to stay in power? If, though, Gaddafi had to go, there are also real concerns that there is a vacuum of power that would remain. It is not clear in terms of the opposition who would come to the front. You need to remember that the opposition are ill-equipped, they're ill-trained, they're not united, and there are many questionable people within their ranks. In fact, the only unifying core we are hearing is from the opposition themselves. They are saying that by the time the international community decides what it wants to do, the situation here might already be over.
OK, Paula, thank you for that update. RT's Paula Sleer live from Tripoli for us. Well, we'll have more on the situation in Libya in RT's interview.